In 2014, Chicago rolled out recycling pickup to roughly 600,000 households through its Blue Card program. According to Red Eye News, recycling in Chicago has a long way to go by Rachel Comita. Real Shy Youth wanted to investigate if certain neighborhoods get better services and attention based on their demographics. We decided to compare a more gentrified neighborhood, Pilsen, to a more under-resourced neighborhood, North Lawndale, to find out. We interviewed Victoria from the Pilsen Environment Rights and Reform Organization to see how she has been noticing differences in the neighborhood as outside development has moved in.
We just got recycling last year. They rolled out a bunch of blue bins without any kind of education as to what that means or like how to recycle, but we did get recycling last year. I would say, within the past three years, a lot has changed. New businesses are coming in and more attention is being paid to the streets, and they're doing a lot of construction on the streets to make them.
To compare and contrast Pilsen and North Lawndale, we went out into the streets of Pilsen to hear from the residents.
I love Pilsen because it's a great representation of kind of all the melting pot of demographics and cultures that we have in Chicago come into one, and it seems really preserved in terms of the culture that's here and the community as well. So.
I'm Henry, and I live in Pilsen. It's a wonderful neighborhood.
I think the city's involved. I never see anyone from the community taking out my trash.
I've got an alley. They pretty much clean it up when I put stuff out there.
David Pellow elaborates on the sanitation services between gentrified and non-gentrified communities. This is what he had to say.
Of where gentrification provides the new incoming residents, who are generally, of course, of a higher socioeconomic status, who are oftentimes white or of another privileged racial and ethnic status, depending on the country and the context. These folks generally have greater human capital, greater social capital, stronger network social connections to City Hall, to government, to industry, and therefore they matter more. Politically, culturally, economically, socially, these folks are going to be taken care of far better than the people whom they're displacing in the neighborhoods that are being gentrified.
We also went out into the North Lawndale community to get insight on how they view cleaning service in their neighborhood. This is what some of the residents had to say.
We had garbage cans on the corners. Well, you know, when you get off the bus, you can take and throw your trash away. I don't see that in the black community. You go to the white areas, you go in the Hispanic area. They got those garbage bins on the corners where you can throw away your trash.
During the summer months, 2015, of course, I've seen some improvement. We're at least getting street cleaning once a month, I would say. However, I travel throughout the community on a regular basis because I'm a concerned citizen and I'm a very active resident in this community. And there are some blocks that go unswept, seems like forever. And it's a matter of the residents coming together and making sure that they call the Alderman Streets and Sanitation Department to make sure that the services are rendered. That's what we pay our taxes for.
David Pellow references solution for environmental justice. These are his thoughts.
There's one lesson that I've learned as a human being and as a sociologist and as a member of our ecosystem. It is that social inequality, hierarchy, authoritarian institutions, and the increase in social inequality in this world and in our society makes environmental injustice possible and makes it worse by the day. So anything that we as individuals, as collectives, as organizations, as communities can do to reduce social inequality will improve social justice, will empower us, and will reduce environmental injustice.
This is Terranika Davis from Real Shy Youth, signing out.